Everyone's favorite New Yorker. It's the Daily Take with the great Geraldo Rivera who joins us. Kelly was talking about it too, that was right at the beginning. Trump says, yeah, he's going to change. We all change a lot. I've changed in politics, but I wrote down some of the stuff. I mean, they were saying to Trump, would you be comfortable coming back, living in New York? Yeah, especially after we met. I've met a man who's a really rational person, said the president. What'd you make of all that?
I loved it. I tell you, Connell, I was so proud of both of them. I wanted to be mayor of New York, too, when I was growing up. To see this very, very interesting, charismatic, well-raised, eloquent young man be welcomed to the White House by Donald Trump, equally charismatic, equally rooted in his family and in New York. I just thought that this was, I wish every meeting went this way. It was very inspiring in every sense. I'm very optimistic. I would think that the futures of New York in terms of the financial community must be looking at this and smiling. If New York and the presidency can have that kind of relationship in terms of going forward, I think they can make New York even greater than it is. Affordable housing, fast, free public transportation. If he can pull that off, God bless him. Safe streets, safe subways. I just think that in every regard, I am very inspired by this meeting.
I think the most significant part, there's a lot we could get into with the personalities that were shown on both sides. I'm sure people will make something of the fact the president's sitting and Mamdani standing and the optics. But I think the most significant, important part of the meeting, if you think about it, what's the narrative about Mamdani? What's the fear about Mamdani? Well, it's that, wealthy New Yorkers will move out of the city. People have been saying that throughout the entire campaign and when he came in, so this is going to be an exodus in New York. So here's for Donald Trump, one of the more prominent New Yorkers the last 50 years, whatever it is, has asked that question. He obviously disagrees with the guy politically. And he says, no, I'd be comfortable living in the city with this guy as mayor, especially after meeting him. I mean, to me, that's a significant comment for people who support Trump, especially, like you said, in finance and other places that hear that. I mean, I don't know if it'll affect anybody's thinking, but it seems significant.
At the very end, something was said almost as an afterthought. Someone asked a question that was off camera, but it was about the remarks that indicated during the campaign that maybe Mamdani was anti-Semitic, a Jew hater, and so forth. I saw him, the mayor-elect, choose to answer a question. He did not have to, because the assistants had already called it a day. They were wrapping the press, but he answered, and he answered in a way that I think was very reassuring to Jewish New Yorkers, that he wanted an end to anti-Semitism. He has problems, obviously, with Israel and the alleged apartheid and all the rest of that. But he also reassured Jewish New Yorkers that he can have a distinction and a difference of opinion and still respect and protect the rights of others. I was really, in terms of the neighborhoods, in terms of embracing Trump voters in New York, out in the borough of Queens, in talking about fair tax. I think that one thing about people moving out of New York, at my long tenure there, everybody was moving out every year, and no one ever did. And then when they did, they came back and said that there's no place like New York. And I feel kind of guilty being such a booster, because we're here, we're talking to the whole nation, all of the United States. But this New York is really the capital of America, and I'm proud of it. And to have this young man, what you see when you see these two, I don't know about the optics. I mean, I'm an old man. I like to sit down too. I know that he hates these meetings where he has to stand
read too much into
an hour at a time. Yeah, I don't read anything into it. I think that when he shook Mamdani's hand, when he referred to him in a very respectful, even affectionate way, I thought that this lays the groundwork. Knowing Trump as well as I do, and I don't pretend to be a Trump expert, I've just known him for a long time. you can tell when he's pissed off or when he is insulted. He can make big things happen one way or another.
Right.
Mamdani, to his credit, understood that he didn't want to go there and fight with President Trump, and President Trump didn't want to fight with this guy either. They wanted to give the impression that the capital of the country had a mayor who was going to have a working relationship with the President of the United States.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.